No, Cory Dickman is here.
We're here.
Locked in, all in bets. By the way.
Yeah.
How about this? We're live
Dude,
at the Syora Family Ford.
This is beautiful.
We've been talking about coming out here for a while.
We were talking to Brian. I think Brian just let us come in all the time. We should just be a fixture here.
Hey,
yeah.
So now I can hear Brian because I've done an interview. How about Paul Catalina? And I don't care if he's listening to this or not.
Yeah.
I go, you got to come out here, get an interview. He goes, we got to see what they can do with $75. So it's like, hey, pal.
$75.
I mean,
yeah, Paul. You know, Paul would be still talking. Like I was sitting waiting. I thought we'd be doing a 4-hour show with just you and Paul talking.
You know, look, Paul is. We almost need a speaker for him if we're at these live remotes so everybody else can enjoy.
We love Catalina.
Dude, I love Catalina. He has a lot to say, and he's very insightful.
He's very insightful.
Yeah.
I would say you, our producer, Zach, incredible, and Paul. And probably put Mosley in there. If I had the four of y'all, there wouldn't be one sports thing the four of you wouldn't know. It would be like a sports show, game show.
Picks. I spent last night rewatching one show and then finishing the Joe Montana documentary.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, who has time for this? There's 6 episodes about Joe Montana. I love Joe Montana.
Yeah.
I have time for it.
Yeah.
All 6 episodes.
My mom wasn't really like a football person, but they were living in San Francisco during one of the Super Bowls. And she was just like a Joe Montana fan. It was a weird thing growing up. She's like, Joe. And I'm like, well, he doesn't play anymore, Mom. Like, he's retired. He's been retired for a while. But she's like, he's the greatest, though.
He is the greatest.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I had no idea how much trouble he had. You know, Bill Walsh always wanted to start Steve Young. So there became a series of years, like 3 in a row, where every year, this is one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Sure.
And he was like struggling to get his job. I had no idea.
It's crazy. Maybe that pushed him.
Maybe it did. All right, let's see.
Walsh
maybe last weekend will push
Maybe
him.
we need to be pushed. Yeah, we need Steve Young here.
Let's get the overall for the season.
All right, so college. We're right above the Mendoza line.
Okay.
21, 20, and 1. So you still have made money. So don't be mad. You still have made money. I will say last week, between just how we were going, I had Army, you had Navy. Yeah. Navy won. That was not even a close game. Yeah. So we lost that one. Jackson State, South Carolina State, it got kind of out of hand. We had over 54.5 there. It got to like 35. I mean, it was Jackson State just kind of ran over. It's like 28-7. Yes. So we weren't close there.
We weren't close. That means he doesn't even have an excuse.
We did pick up South Alabama, and I'm gonna so we might have some people in the comments, but the line moved down to 6.5 because my boy that I was hyping up was it Joe or
what was his name?
Gio transferred and he didn't play. So Gio transferred, which is the hardest part with these postseason college football picks outside of the playoff games, because it's like, dude, your quarterbacks are just gone. But Alabama did.
Don't get me started.
South Alabama did win that game by 7, so we covered there. So
it's fine.
We hyped up Gio.
So it's fine.
And Gio didn't play. That's okay. So 21, 20, and 1. Okay. That was where college. NFL. Again, maybe I don't like going head-to-head with you. I had Pittsburgh, plus 5.5. I felt really good about that. The Eagles, win by 14, so that sucked. So we lose that one.
Yeah.
The one where you could have just threw more money on it, that over for the Bills at Lions, it was like 54.5.
Yeah, it was early. It was like
they scored 80. It was like 86 points, or it was some obscene number. Maybe not that high. You could have put more money on that. We would be buying the Bronco behind us. Like, that would have been great. So, but anyway, so we won that. That was awesome.
You come in as a Cory Family Ford with all cash like that, you're leaving with
you're golden. This is where you get the money here to do that.
I don't know about that.
My extra pick, maybe I should have stayed away, my Seahawks.
Yeah.
Weird game, though. Gino got hurt, so, I'm going to kind of put an asterisk. But that's why I was like, some of these picks were a little, I
was more frustrated with the uniforms you guys wore.
Well, don't be a hater.
A bunch of human
you did say, though, last week, you said Seahawks play better in the daytime, and it was a 7:30 primetime game. And look what happened. We lose by 17. So, maybe you had something there. So, and then the mortgage, this is where this one just like a knife, man. This is just awful.
I got a text message from somebody who watches the show.
Oh, yeah.
That said,
brutal.
I got actually 2 that said the mortgage bet just missed.
Oh, dude, it was awful. We had it. Commanders minus 2.5. I mean, they were up big, and then New Orleans scores this touchdown at the end with 0 seconds left on the clock.
Everybody kind of got jacked.
Everyone got jacked on that one, but so that sucked. And then the Dolphins, we had a plus 7.5. Tua had 4 drives to either tie that game, and then they lose by 8. and we had it at 7.5. So we lost the mortgage. So I'm sorry you have nowhere to live right now. And I apologize to Mike Nelson, Efficient Lending. You got to talk to Mike. He'll help you out maybe with some efficient lending because we missed that one. So
Paul Catalina's calling him up too, probably.
Paul Catalina's calling him up. So overall, NFL, we're 17 up, 17 down.
All right, that's right.
And the mortgage, we're up 6, down 6.
All right,
so
let's get. I want to get to now.
Oh, we're gonna get to now.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I'm very excited about the college football playoff slate.
Dude, this is big time.
This is big time.
All right.
So I want to hear what let's get into this
real quick. I have some family that live in New Orleans, outside of New Orleans, Houma, Louisiana. They only drive Fords, Brian, so they're a good Ford family. A lot of Tulane in my family. So we got to do Florida versus Tulane. So Uncle Gary, this is for you. We're taking Florida minus 10. I know you got your quarterbacks transferring to Duke or something. Florida, they're going to keep their guys. Yeah. This is in Florida. Tulane's going to get run over. I'm so sorry, Uncle Gary.
And that game's tonight, right?
That game's tonight. That's tonight. So my apologies there. In fact, it's starting like in an hour. So get your bets in. Florida minus 10, no doubt. All right, we're going to start with.
It's great, too, because a lot of people watch this. Like Brian watches it after it airs live. So you were watching this and you're like, man, that guy, that schmuck.
He doesn't know. He doesn't
Florida
know.
Just lost.
My Uncle Gary going to be calling up from the home there he's at. Okay, Friday night lights.
I can't wait.
Indiana traveling to South Bend, Notre Dame. Notre Dame is favored by,
I think 8.
6.5.
6.5. By the way, that's gone down.
Has that gone down?
Yeah.
Well, we're taking Notre Dame minus 6.5.
Really?
Indiana, everyone's going to look at the cake schedule they had, right? They didn't play anybody.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame, it's a home game. That's what makes it so unique right now. These home games, they're a stout defense. Indiana, if they can keep this at a one-score game, they're probably doing something right, but they'll still lose by 7.
Okay.
So give me Notre Dame minus 6.5 to cover. The defense is too good. They're getting one of their All-American guys. He's missed like 4 games. He's coming back.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame's going to get up for this.
That too, and that gets scary this time of year for the opponent when you have such a good defense.
Yeah,
that it's one of those deals where it can move you further to a championship.
For sure.
Yeah, it can certainly help you in cold weather.
And this is India. University of Indiana playing Notre Dame. This is like they're in the same state here. So I mean, like they're this isn't Indiana's used to playing in the cold.
Yeah,
but I just think Notre Dame has the talent. Indiana, this has been a great story, but I think they're 1 year away.
Okay.
Let's play some people first. Indiana. Right. Okay. We have a game. SMU, my ponies let me down against Clemson 2 weeks back. They're playing Penn State. SMU is an underdog by how many?
I got it right here. 8.5.
8.5 points. Penn State. I think there's some sneaky low score potential here in this game.
I agree.
So 8.5, too many. Too many points for the ponies. Give me SMU 8.5. This is like, if this was a March.
Vote for the ACC, by the way.
For the ACC. If this was a March Madness tournament, this is the 11 seed versus 6. That always is an upset. 11 seeds always. It's just natural. It's just built in. So I think SMU hangs. 8.5's a lot. So I don't think Penn State blows them out of this game. I get it's at Penn State, but I think SMU 8.5. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. I like it.
You sure?
Yes.
You're not just saying that?
I'm not just saying that.
Okay.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
All right. I actually heard you and Paul talking about this one, and I couldn't hear what he was saying. But Clemson goes to UT.
Yes.
Down to Austin, right? 12 points. UT is favored by 12. It's going to be 15 and 19. They're going to blow them out.
Okay.
12 is not that many. I know you were saying it feels like a lot, so it's a stay away.
Like a lot.
It's not. Like when you think of it, it's like that's a not even. It's barely a 2-score lead.
Yeah.
You can see the scenarios. UT wins 28-14. That's not even.
We're sitting here with
28-14
and Carthage.
Yeah.
And in the blink of an eye, scored 28 points.
UT,
both teams together.
They have defense at all levels.
Yeah.
They're great at stopping the run. They have great corners. Their offense just hums no matter who's the quarterback. I just think UT gets this going. So they could even be up 7, and then there could be a pick 6. There could be running, knocking it. It can happen where this gets above 12. This is this is easy. And I don't like Clemson. They've hurt me. Clemson has hurt me, and this is probably a biased pick. But give me the Longhorns.
All right,
minus 12. Tanner Carlson hosts All In Longhorns with Rogue.
He does. He does a great job.
Tanner's a great dude. This is for Tanner.
Okay.
Minus 12 UT.
By the way, we mentioned this UIL game that's on, right?
Yeah.
So I was talking to Paul Catalina. Brian, we're here live at Syora Family Ford.
Sure.
Brian, you'll appreciate this. So I was asking Paul Catalina when he was on last segment, you guys couldn't hear us. I said, are you watching the game? Are you keeping up with it? He said, Pete, we got 5 people in the studio and nobody has an account where we can watch the game. I was like,
no.
You should have come. I was like, he said, we're not cable people. I said, you guys missed out.
Well, Paul Catalina is going to be calling La Vega games next year for us, so he better get comfortable. Oh, I'm joking, but maybe. All right. Get ready, Catalina. Yeah. All right. This will be a fun one.
Yeah.
This is like the 8-9 matchup, right? Yeah. Tennessee going to Ohio State. I don't know who's going to win, but 46.5, too low.
Okay.
Too low. We watched that Oregon game, 65 points scored. Tennessee scores points. Ohio State scores points. They all score points. Why is this 46.5? What am I missing? This is too low. This should be 54.5.
Well, also, again, I've been the weatherman throughout this whole time talking about these games. It's not going to be nice conditions for a high-scoring affair.
You really think? I mean, but see, that could be like the catch-22. Some people, it's too slick. So it's hard for the defense to get in, tackle. So then the offense just.
So you're going over.
I'm going over.
Okay.
46.5.
You're the expert.
In the NFL, because there's more field goals, kicks. Yeah. College, man, we're slinging. We're slinging.
You've had me at the Benjamin Bet podcast years ago when I was listening to that. So I trust you.
Okay, we're falling. 46.5 over Tennessee, Ohio State.
All
right. We'll do NFL real quick.
Yes.
Okay. Lions minus 6.5 at Bears.
You're about to have your second baby.
Second baby.
I know your lovely wife.
Yeah, she's Lauren. Amazing. Yeah.
Make sure you stay married this
next
48 hours. No, really, I'm serious.
You think so?
Think about it.
I'll try.
There's a game tonight.
Yeah.
I'm already in too deep. I'm making plans and then I'm looking. I'm like, wait a minute. What?
Sure.
So there's a lot going on here.
You know one of the tricks is I'll share this with you. I'll share this with you. And maybe some of you out there probably know the trick. So we have a 2.5-year-old too.
Yeah.
And my wife's 8 months pregnant. And so it's like, hey, why don't you go get a pedicure, go just have some you time, maybe starting at 5:30 p.m. and just stay out for 3 hours. I'll watch Ellis and you go do your thing. And then Ellis and I together can find some things to do. And then maybe there's a TV on in the background. Who knows? So I might be able to catch some games. That's what we do. It's a win-win situation.
All right, I like that.
We'll make it through Saturday. We'll make it through Saturday. Okay, NFL, Lions, minus 6.5 at the Bears. The Bears aren't even an NFL team anymore. Did you hear they got relegated? They're not a team anymore. So the Lions, minus 6.5. That's a touchdown win. The Lions are motivated.
I agree.
Philadelphia's coming in hot. They need to win big. Yeah. They lost last week.
I think they're a lot better than the Bears.
They're a ton better than the Bears. Vikings at Seahawks. I don't know if Geno's playing. The Vikings scare me. Even if Geno is playing, they're probably going to sack him 9 times.
I like Geno, though. What a tough guy. He almost went in the game back in with nobody even knowing.
That dude lays it out because he feels like he's had this second chance. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. He was gone and dead. He's playing for the Jets.
Yeah.
And then he gets resurrected here and he's had, do you remember it when he was at West Virginia? Yes. I remember I was driving around and I was listening to the Baylor game. We were playing Geno and it was like 55-50. It was just a massive
instant offense
back in those days. But so anyway, I don't know if he's going to play, but give me over 42.5.
Speaking of instant offense,
there's going to be some points scored in this game. Sam Howell, he had a rough. He was just thrown in. Don't the poor guy. Give him a week to kind of feel like he's going to play.
Okay.
He could score some points. DK's there, JSN, Kenneth Walker. The Seahawks have weapons.
I'm overwhelmed with initials.
All the names. So they're going to play DK, JSN. So many initials.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the 2 NFL picks. You ready for the?
Brian, those weren't even real people.
They are real people. There, DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Okay, these are real people. Okay, the efficient lending.
Yes.
Mortgage.
This is
real.
Yeah.
This is real. It's all real, but this is real.
Yeah.
Mike Nelson runs this great mortgage. You can get a mortgage with him.
Yeah.
Efficient lending. So you're going to buy a house, maybe buy a car, or whatever you're going to do. He'll help you get some money. And then if you follow these picks, you'll get some money.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it all ties together. We're in Waco.
Mike is out here. He's sweating this one.
We're in Waco. Yeah, Mike's
like,
Mike's like, last week didn't go well.
Yeah.
We're in Waco, right? Dallas is an hour and a half north from us, so we got to pick a Cowboys
We're
game.
actually in West right now.
We are in West. I apologize. Can we take that out? Oh, we're live. Sorry, Brian. Yeah. We are in West. Yes. Okay, here at Syora Family Ford. Okay, if we hopped in that Bronco, we could get to Dallas for this Cowboy game
with the Sasquatch pack.
With Sasquatch. Yeah. So the Bucs at Cowboys. Who do you think is going to win?
I think the Cowboys are going to win.
You do?
Yep.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be a lot of points scored.
Okay.
I'm feeling the over this weekend. A lot of points.
Yes.
Okay, defense gets thrown out the window. A lot of points, especially in this game. 48.5 is the over-under. We're going to tease that down, Pete, to 43.
Okay.
So 44 points. Can we get 44 points?
You notice here in the
showroom,
showroom, it gets quiet when you start talking about the mortgage.
It really gets quiet. Yeah, they're quiet. Yeah. I'm mentioning Cowboys. I have an underdog selection for you at the end that has to do with this game because I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. So
Cowboys still in the playoff picture.
Are they? There's no way they are.
Yeah, they are barely, right?
Even with losing to the Bengals? Yeah. Okay, well, mathematically.
Barely.
Should we call Mosley and see what Matt has to say about it? Maybe we'll call and Ed Warder. We'll call Ed.
Radio show yesterday or 2 days ago, and then he kicked me off for the head coach.
Oh, he did.
So I got John Hyde here.
Oh, you
got to let you go early. I was like, all right, no problem.
The Matt Mosley show. Okay, so then 49ers. We're kicking it old school. Brian was bringing up some old Cowboys games. You talked about Joe Montana. So here's the 49ers going to the Dolphins. Okay, the 49ers are underdogs. 1.5. Why are they underdogs here? I know they're hurt. I get it. But I just don't trust the Dolphins to, close out a game against the 49ers team that still has Purdy throwing the ball, Kittle, and I think Debo.
You could see, a late season surge from the 49ers, just a reminder, because they have the weapons. Mm-hmm. A reminder, this team's not – they're not as good as we anticipated, but they're not quite as bad as I thought, too.
Well, and Kyle Shanahan, if you're going to take out – if you had a position that you were going to say, we're going to deplete it,
yes,
it's running back because that guy can just plug. You could go be running back for the Niners, and you'd have 90 yards and a touchdown. Kyle Shanahan, he can work that. He knows the running back game, so you could do that. So 49ers, they're underdogs. We're going to give it 5 points just to juice it up a little bit.
Okay.
So plus 6.5. The Niners are plus 6.5. The Dolphins are going to win that game by a touchdown.
I'm in.
We're in.
Right.
And Mike Nelson's in, too. He didn't know it, but he's in. So that's the mortgage, Pete.
Okay.
So Bucs at Cowboys, 43.5 is the over. 49ers at Dolphins, 49ers plus 6.5.
What was your extra underdog bet?
You got so I think these are just players to watch. So if you're going to go do your underdog, you know, 365 Sports is your promo code. Uh-huh. Go download the app. You can make your picks. Go to the Bucs Cowboys game because that's going to be the high scoring game. I think you just get Evans, Lamb, Baker Mayfield. You get Cooper Rush. You get Aubrey. Get the kicker in there. You can do over 7.5 kicking points or something. Yeah. And Aubrey's all he has to hit is 2 field goals. That's it.
He is.
And then Jalen McMillan, he's a wide receiver for the Bucs. He kind of has filled in with the injuries they've had. So he is that second receiver. It's 36 yards is all he needs. Grab him. If you're doing fantasy football, pick him up. I mean, he's going to have a touchdown. He'll have 7 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
Okay.
For Jalen McMillan, who you've never heard of. But pick him up. Go for it, baby.
How much will I pay?
That is plus 800. Plus 800. Yeah, and I'm picking the over on those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
So plus 800, Pete. You get $100 in, $800 out.
Name those guys.
We got Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Baker Mayfield, Cooper Rush, Aubrey, Jalen McMillan.
Okay. And explain to people what plus 800 is.
You put $1,000 in because you roll that way. You put 1,000 in, you get 8,000. You put 100 in, you get 800. You put $1 in, you get $8. That. It's pretty. 10 grand. You get 80 grand.
I like the picks this week. I have one question for you.
Yeah.
From this is a sports gambling / broadcasting. What do you think about the NFL and college football going toe to toe tomorrow? I can't believe we let that happen.
Well,
the NFL always wins. So and you got the Chiefs playing.
Yeah.
In college football, they came in after the NFL. So the NFL always had sat after Army Navy. The NFL always has games on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Right? But this is the first time with the college football playoff. I'm surprised they didn't figure out a way around that.
Yeah.
I hate to think of viewership being splintered.
It's the NFL and everybody else.
Yeah.
Remember they said we would never do a Friday night game.
Yeah.
It's high school football sacred. What'd they do?
Yeah.
Had a Friday game. They don't care. Like the NFL's like they're gonna watch.
Yeah.
I think the college game, going to the environments like the NFL can't replicate like the big house.
Yeah.
Right. They can't replicate going to Kyle Field. Right. So I think it's still the atmosphere that's important in college football, and you got to be in attendance there. So it doesn't really matter fighting what you're watching.
It does make it a little more interesting that these games are at home team locations in the playoffs.
And I think that's why. Yeah. And I think that's why they don't care as much. Okay. I think the league that is definitely like just that's getting attacked is the NBA.
Yes.
Because it's like now you're throwing Kansas City, Pittsburgh on Christmas, which has always been NBA.
No, we don't even know what the NBA games
Christmas
are
Day.
We don't care.
Yeah, no one cares. So now you throw the NFL game on there.
Yeah.
Everyone's just going to watch that. So I don't know. That's the league that I think probably tries to tiptoe more around the NFL, and the NFL just keeps finding ways to get to the NBA.
Yeah.
But college, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
All right, here's the deal. If you're confused or whatever, that's why you can go back right now and rewatch this segment and get Cory's bets and write them all.
Write them down. Keep us accountable.
Please keep us accountable.
Yeah, we keep receipts.
Brian, are we going to be invited back here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says anytime.
We're coming back.
Yes, we are at Syora Family Ford.
See how those bets go first.
Yeah, okay. We'll see how the bets go.
But I do want to tell you, the 24th, Christmas Eve, if you have an opportunity, come out here 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., pancake breakfast. Santa Claus is going to be here. Bring the kids. Anything I'm missing, Brian? No. Awesome.
We do valet park everybody that shows up. It's a huge deal.
I mean, it's a really cool situation.
We're coming.
Yeah.
My son loves pancakes.
Yeah.
That's like the go-to, man. If you're not sure what to feed him, make him a pancake.
Sounds like
and I'll eat a pancake. He'll eat a pancake.
Sounds like me. It's not
6
that
to 10, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
I'll
bring Ellis. Oh, you're out of town.
Yeah.
Well, I will represent you.
Thank you very much.
If our bets go well.
Just make sure my car stays here. All right. This is the Bronco. And honestly, come to the beautiful showroom. See all they have to offer. Look, there's no better time coming up on the end of the year to see if you can take advantage of some of these deals here out at Syora Family Ford. And by the way, everybody's so friendly out here, Yeah. So make sure you come out here, experience and enjoy your Christmas with Syora Family Ford on the 24th. And if you're in the market for a car, no better place to go. The Pete Sousa Show will be back with you on Monday. We want you to have a great weekend. Be careful with the bets.
Don't shoot the messenger. Okay.
Thank you so much. Everybody have a great weekend.
It's the Pete Sousa Show. Sports.
We definitely love our relationship and love Extraco. It's been an amazing experience.
They made the PPP process easier. They were reaching out to me saying, what can I do to help you? That